Yo, what's happening with it? Let me go to some light real fast, man, and we'll get into this shenanigans real fast. Title's true, thumbnail's true. Little vent session, man. Hopefully I can talk some sense into Candus, but if not, that's cool too. It just doesn't make no sense to me what I've been seeing and what I've been reading and what I've been hearing. And you know, my name ain't White Boy if I don't give it to, you know, if I don't give the truth, man, if I don't keep it real. And that's what we're gonna do on this quick live, which I'm just getting off work, man, and I didn't even really want to go live, but I'll explain it all here in just a second here. Damn. All right, we'll have to do it like that. So give me 1 second, man. Hit the like if you come on in or whatever, and all that good stuff. All the YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, share, blah, blah, and blah, and blah. The stuff that nobody wants to hear and the stuff that nobody does. But yeah, no, this is for real, man. You know, look. First and foremost, man, y'all know, like, I think everybody on YouTube within this community knows that, you know, I support the Wells and their innocence and stuff like that. But the thing is, man, there's just a lot to go into it. And the reason that I'm doing this live, I don't make these videos about the Wells and stuff like that. But, you know, you got to keep it real, Candus. I don't know what you got going on, but whatever you got going on, don't do it with White Boy. I'm telling you that one time. But here's why I'm doing this live, y'all. So, like I opened this up with, I support them, you know, and I've always had their back, and everybody knows this, right? So a few nights ago, I'm just chilling, late night. It's about this time, and I get a message from a moderator of mine, someone who also supports them, let me know that Candus is in Andrew's chat, and I almost didn't believe it. Almost didn't believe it. And yeah, sure, I always tell people, you go where you want to go, you're an adult, this and that. And I stand on that, and that is true, right? But here's what you could expect from me, right? Because I keep it real, right? I don't care if I'm fighting with Noel, I'm on good terms with Noel, or what I got going on with Noel. If I had like a missing daughter, and there was a dude who's already said horrendous things about you, who's already called you pretty much a killer, a million different things, who's literally scammed the whole true crime community in your missing daughter's name. And I'm leaving a lot out, but I'll lastly say, and also someone who is sitting there while their white trash cousin, brother, whatever the fuck he was, is talking about summer sausages and laughing about it. Summer sausages is what the joke was. And they laughed about it directly after the scam. Doesn't matter what I got going on with Noel. Just off morals and principle, you can count me never being caught dead in that person's chat. Never. Never. What in reality, what would happen is I would catch a case. Let's keep it real. I'd catch a case. In reality, I'd catch a case. I'd be in jail. I'd catch a case. Well, 1,000%. But especially if that was my situation. But that's what the situation was with Candus the other night. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck? So I reach out. Like, man, you straight? Yeah, I'm okay. Okay. Whatever. Didn't sit with me right. But like tonight, again, late night, coming home from work, somebody, same situation, somebody who supports them, cares for them actually, messaged me she's in Ernie Shell's chat. Like, that can't even be real. All the shit that guy said, all the confusion he's called with TBI, all the bullshit and smears he's said about you and your loved ones, all your family, the entire family. And she's not only in there, but she's telling lies. And I don't know what's going on with Candus. I don't know what's going on with Candus, but there's lies. There's definitely lies. There's lies as far as, well, the first lie she says is she's on the hill. That's a lie. You're not on the hill. That's a lie. Why lie? You make it really hard. You make it really hard for people who do support you, people who support your family. You make it really hard when you get caught doing dumb lies like that, because people will say, and let's just state the fucking obvious, if you're lying about that, what else are you lying about? Don't you get this by now? Like almost 5 years into this thing? Don't you get this? But then you always say, then that you also say, you call me selfish and bring money up? Lady, like you've been in 100 of my lives when I have receipt parties. Do I need to produce the receipts? Just last week, didn't you need $20 from cigarettes? Didn't you need that? Didn't you get that? How many other times has that happened? Like, what are you even talking about, dude? And this is the problem, man. And this is the problem. The problem is, I ain't do nothing to you. I ain't never made one of these lives. And you can't convince thousands and tens of thousands of people in this community, probably more than that. You can't convince those people that I have done these lives. They've seen, they've watched, they know who support. You can't pull the okie doke. You can't do that. You can't do that. Only a crazy person would think that. And what the issue is I don't know if it's you're drinking or something, Candus, and I hope, hopefully you're not. Whatever you got going on, the problem is you're creating this and you're making this problem yourself, Candus. And I'm venting a little bit, and this is out of love, but you're a grown-ass woman. So if you and Don get into an issue, it's not social media's business. It's not, if you and Don get into an issue, if you're not adult enough to have a conversation, if you're not adult enough to talk it out and work it out with him, maybe the damage is done. Maybe you can't work it out. That's fine too. Either way this goes, you adult about it. What you don't do is make posts on your Facebook saying you're going to start all over. You're trying to do the post office job. Another lie. Another lie. When you say things like that, you're inviting the public to scrutinize and have an opinion about your relationship. And maybe if you were Candus Smells or Candus Bells, that'd be fine. But you're not Candus Smells and you're not Candus Bells. You're Candus Wells and you have a missing daughter. So you open the can, you open it up to no end. It's crazy as fuck and almost disrespectful that you even go into those chats. Like, here's what's only going to happen. And only this will happen. Those chats will entertain you only so much, and you will get a ginormous back stab in the near future. I mean, am I wrong about that? Do we need examples of it? It's wild. But because you may not be getting along with Don, It's not for the world to know. And it's definitely not okay for you to go and then start smearing people who have always been good to you. The fact of the matter is, Candus, and I say this with love, you, madam, you need nothing to do with social media. It is a poison and a curse to you because you don't understand up from down on this app. You just don't get it. You don't understand who's been good to you and who's been wrong. It's very evident and clear as day. You are in Ernie Shell and Pandrew's chat while you have chasing blocked. You can't even make that make sense. You are always saying that it's Jenky's fault when anything goes wrong. That is the furthest thing from the truth. That's one of the realest motherfuckers on this app. And I stamp that. I stamp that, and I can give examples of why that is, but I won't. Because I know what to say and what not to say on social media. Unlike you. You don't belong on this thing. You don't get it. It doesn't it's something's not clicking up here when it comes to you utilizing social media, because you're not good at it, you're terrible at it, and you cause yourself more issues. You cause your family more issues. You being mad with Don for whatever reason, it's nobody's business to begin with. But this is not the first time that you've done this. Every time that you get into it with Don, you always do these little subtle weird posts. You get people thinking and talking shit. And for people who support you, you make it a real big problem. Like, what would I even... What at some point, I don't even care what anybody says about you. What's the point in roasting them or anything like that? If you're just gonna, I mean, what the fuck? It don't even make sense. You can't even make it. None of this shit even makes sense because you're not good at this, and you're really horrendous at it when you're in your feelings. Whatever you're in your feelings about, you're not making the situation for the better. You're just not. You're making it for the worse. You're making it for the worse. Doing and saying all these things. It's very weird. I don't care about that text that I just got because I read what she was saying in the chat. And I don't go on this thing, and I never talk shit about the Wells. But listen, man, from here on out, man, you got to figure it out. You're on your own. Don't put words in my mouth, bro. Don't tell people I'm in cahoots with other people because you look stupid. You're not, everybody's not slow. You cannot ever in a million years try to come in between me and my wife. Never. Because we got a good bond. And we go through things just like you and Don do. But we adult about it. Yeah, sometimes there's days I don't talk to Noelle, I'm pissed as hell at her. Vice versa. Right? That's what relationships are about. But you never see me take digs at her on social media. You never see me go on here talking shit about my wife. Never. It's nobody's business what we got going on in our relationship. That is the dumbest thing that you can do. But don't you ever try to put no words that I said in my wife's head or vice versa. See, we could have a receipt party. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. What I would like to see happen here is maybe take Don's lead. For so long, you can't see Don on a panel. You don't see Don having one too many beers and saying some crazy stuff on a panel for the whole public to digest, talk about, and make 1,000 lives about. You don't see it. You don't see it. Don finally understands how this app works. It's your turn to figure it out. It's your turn to figure it out. It's disappointing. Sure, I could say, why are you in those people's chats? But you're an adult. You don't think that you look silly? Summer sausages? People like interfering with... You don't think you look silly? All for a little stab at Don? All for a little one of these weirdos that you talk about to run back and text Don? All the little weirdos that you talk to, they're all shit. You should be mad at all those weirdos, not Jenkies, not the good people who support you. You're not good at this. You are not... You're terrible at it. And I'm saying this out of love. And the thing about it is, no matter how mad you get, the internet knows what it is. They know I support you guys. They know it's out of love. So you can't twist the words. Because that's truth. You got to get it together, mama. You're not going to be on this app being shady towards me, Noel, for no apparent reason because you're going through it with Don. Who cares? That's your issue. That's your relationship. What is the deal? Like, it don't even make any sense. Like, you might as well go to Cher's chat next. You go to Cher's next? Like, you look silly. You not only look silly, you're hard to defend. You're hard to defend. And I can't do it. I can't do it if you don't have any brains. Not enough sense to stay away from people who... These people have called you a killer. A killer. If I would... You couldn't catch me dead in their chat if they said some shit like that. I mean, it don't even make any sense, Candus. You gotta get it together. Your communication skills suck. You need communication. You need to figure it, whatever it is that you have going out. It's time to be all of 40 years old. It's time to be all of 40 years old and take the issue head on. Not act like a 17-year-old. If I can't have you, no one can either. Or one of these like ridiculous, just this teenage way of thinking and this teenage little that is beyond silly. It's not how you should go about what you have going on, and it's definitely not how one should be doing things that's in the public eye as you are. It really isn't. I don't really care about the stupid things you say in chat, but I am going to address it, let you know that I know about it. I don't care about, because it's a petty lie to me, right? It doesn't hurt none of that matters to me. But what I need you to understand is, what does it make you look like? You cannot fool the internet. So when they are looking at you and they are dissecting a petty lie, how does that look? How does that look? It makes you look silly. It really makes you look silly. Guys, I wasn't gonna go live tonight. This is a sporadic live. I will be live tomorrow in a better mood, talking about a lot of different things. I was gonna just end this and not read the comments, but that's not fair. I appreciate these comments because they make sense. I am one that if I were in the same boat, in the case still being open, I would not be online in any chance. Again, that is just me, and that's how I would approach things. I agree with that. What does the purple crown mean? Comments. It's very sus. It's weird, but she does some weird things. I understand how you feel. Caught me off guard. I totally get how you feel. And by the way, and only because I see Chill Billy's name, if you've ever blamed him before, because Jenkins always gets it for no reason whatsoever. But I want to put Chill Billy right up there with one of the realest people on the internet. What it's ridiculous to me whenever you blame Jenkins. It's laughable. It's laughable. That and I should say that, yeah, they're real. They're real. But both those people care about you. Candus, you have to understand you are a parent of a missing child and must keep things good for folks. I'm beginning to think, Candus, that, because this is not the first time that I've seen this, but I've been quiet. See, what you never want to do is get me going. You don't want to do that. But I'm beginning to see, like, each time that you have something going on with Don, and again, it's not the internet's business if y'all are fighting. So why do you make it a point to plant the seeds? Why do you make it a point of yours to do these subtle public posts? Why do you make... It's interesting that you're in these chats only during these times, because this is all spiteful digs towards Don. And this is what I've noticed over a pattern of time for a long time, Candus. It's not my business to tell the internet if y'all are fighting, but I know it's because I care about Don. I've been talking to Don for years. I've never caught him in a lie. Ever. I know when he's going through it with you. He doesn't do what you do. Not taking sides or whoever's fault it is in the fight. All that's irrelevant. It's how he carries himself. And trust me, when I first started talking to Don, I used to look for lies. But he's never lied to me, and I consider him a friend. You're a friend. But God damn it, I don't have friends that do shit like this. I don't have friends that do shit like this. None of my friends in real life would be in them chats. Summer sausages and a tea. No, fuck, that's weird. That's weird. That is weird, bro. It's weird. That's weird. Straight up. You need to hear it. And I'm only saying what a lot of people think. Like, what's up, man? I'm just kind of venting, man, because I'm a little upset about what I've been seeing, and then I don't like, you know, my name getting dropped in these chats and shit like that. Like, this is the internet. Do you really think you can talk shit and people ain't gonna send it to me? I appreciate the people who do. Don't take it wrong. But I never want to get those types of screenshots. And you might get big mad about this live. And you should. Because the truth hurts. Maybe go touch some grass, Candus. Go touch grass. Go touch grass, man. the Black Widow gifted 5 memberships, and I really appreciate that. I'm going to read some comments, guys. I'm just venting. And again, this has come out of love. But it is what it is. The truth is the truth, and it needs to be said. And you guys know what I'm saying is true. These people are going to entertain her, and they're just going to shit all over her, spread more lies up. You open yourself up to so much bullshit by even being in the chats. Because you're in like some of the worst tragedy pimp chats. Let me just give you an example of what's going to happen. Ernie, just by you doing that, he's one of the most... He just was running down the highway saying Bigfoot was after him. That's whose chat that you were in. I mean, that's comical and all, yeah. But the guy's a pathological liar. Now he's going to say you've been calling him and doing this. He's going to make... Listen. I shouldn't even have to explain this, because you've been on the burning end of it for years. I'm beginning to think you like it a little bit. I'm beginning to think that you like it. I'm beginning to think, with all these weird people that you talk to, you talk to all the weird ones, all the wrong ones, all the retarded ones, and you block and blame the good ones. That doesn't make any sense to me. That also, my friends in real life don't do. And it doesn't make any sense. Like, I would never be walking in the mall with somebody who was just 2 days ago saying he was running away from Bigfoot naked. Okay, and that wasn't even half of it. That wasn't even the half of it. Like, yeah, I'm good. I'm beginning to think she likes it, though, Kathy. What's up, Shandia? But Kim, you're right, Kim. Ernie is vile, and there's carrying something she's not going to be able to... She likes the drama, bro. There's no other explanation. I'm not going to censor my comments to whoever watched this live. I don't care what anybody says. I have to voice it because I don't like it. And none of this has anything to do with Summerwells being found. But all of it, the entirety of it, is only going to damage anything anyone on this app can do for her. And it's silly. It's silly. But listen, man, I'm just keeping it real, y'all. It's not me attacking the wells or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, there's too many lies. I don't like it. You know, I'm not friends with people who tell lies. I mean, everybody, you know, does a little bit of white lies here and there. Nobody's perfect. But I'm not friends with people who do things like that. That's just not okay. And I'm just giving you a little bit of a vent. And Candus, if you see this, man, you need to go touch grass. You need to go touch grass. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow for a better spirited live. But right now I want to get off this thing. I'm just getting off work. And my wife's home, and I'm going to go touch grass. And myself, give my dog a walk. So I'll see y'all tomorrow.